Good evening, everybody. Um, I've moved up in stakes a little bit. This is a $4.40 tournament. It's a $2,000 guaranteed prize purse, and the purse is up to $3,072. Um, so there's 768 players here. We're down to 117. And the bubble is going to happen at 97 players. So just 20 more people need to get knocked out before we're in the money. I'm currently in 41st place, and I entered pretty much at the last minute and was almost knocked out, but I came back, and I'm in good shape now to at least make the bubble and cash. And of course, I always say that, but you know, some you get cars that I just sometimes you just can't pass up. But one of the things I wanted to point out was that when I won my ticket to the World Series of Poker at Paradise Poker in 2004, they had a bunch of satellite tournaments, and what I found in those satellite tournaments is that if you didn't play at all, if you just standing out, you'd beat 2/3 of the players. So, it just dawned upon me that in those, especially in those satellite tournaments, all I had to do was play really tight, and consequently, I won several. I placed in the money in several of these satellite tournaments and ended up in the big event and took third place and won a trip to the World Series of Poker, the main event. Um, but one of the things that I noticed in those satellite tournaments is that there were other players that had plenty of chips to coast in. The top 30 players advanced to the next tournament, and so 30th place was as good as first because when it got down to 30 players, they just shut the tournament down. Anyway, I folded aces numerous times when I was in a situation where I knew I can just coast into the next tournament. And meanwhile, I'd see people that had enough chips to do the same thing playing. And it wasn't like they were playing aces. They were, Lord knows what they're playing all kinds of things. But I guess my point is you need to know the uh, the parameters of what's going on. If you're trying to take first place and all it takes is 30th, um, then if 30th is the same as first, then all you need to be is 30th or 29th. Anyway, like I say, we're actually down to 109 players in this tournament. I'm at 43rd, and you're going to see the chips splash onto the table here pretty soon because 97 players are going to make it into the above the bubble. And this is, like I say, this is a $3,072 purse. First place is $619, and 97th place is $6.62. So I think it was $4.40 or whatever to get in. Yeah, $4.40. And this is one of the biggest um, entry fees that I've paid since I started playing here. I started out, playing, 11 cents and free rolls and so forth. Anyway, I built up a little bit of a stack, a little bit in my bank account, and so now I'm slowly going to move up, and I think the players are a better caliber the higher the entry fee goes. Um, and in any case, that's what I found at Poker Stars. Uh, but of course, I mean, all the tournaments at Poker Stars that I played in were for play money, and I won a tournament that cost I can't remember how many chips it cost to enter, but it was a lot, and my prize was 12.5 million. Now, 10 more players need to go out here. I've got an ace jack. I've been in this situation before, um, and I'm going to raise. I'm going to do a minimum raise, and hopefully these guys will just fold. Thank you, because I get in this situation. I get good cards. I say I wasn't going to play at all. Now I've got a king nine suited. I'd love to play that, but I'm gonna fold it. Anyway, like I say, as we're approaching the bubble, everybody's thinking the same thing. Well, they want to make the bubble, and, uh, and I do too. But then all of a sudden, I get an ace jack, and it's pretty hard for me to fold an ace jack. Um, and I didn't want to just do a call. Uh, you know, a call invites a three bet, and it also lets the big and small blinds in. Whereas if you raise, um, it, everybody's going to think twice. And so anyway, that worked out for me, and now in 40th place. Which what does 40th place pay? It pays $10.51. Um, anyway, the big money, like with all these tournaments, is making the final table. Final eighth place pays $68. First place pays 619. And I'd love to get to the final table. I'd love to win this. Oh no, this I had a tournament earlier today where where I had fives twice in a row. I called. I believe I called one and I raised one, and I lost both of them. And I broke out of the World Series of Poker with pocket fives in 2004 after I'd won that seat. Um, so just to see him again tonight, just kind of brought back bad memories, especially fresh memories. Um, I believe I made the bubble. I cashed in the tournament where I had lost back to back with hands with a pair of fives. But anyway, I just wasn't. I'm not about to do it here. We're down to 106 players, and I'm gonna look to the scoreboard here. Yeah, actually, we're down to 105. And look at that. These guys I'm talking, I'm not really paying attention. I guess they split. Uh, but yeah, anyway, my pair of fives wasn't going anywhere there, and I'm glad I folded it. If I was short stacked, I probably would have gone all in like I did at the World Series of Poker. But they say a pair of fives is about as good as a 6-7. And anyway, yeah, you need to hit a set, and even then, like I say, I hit a set of fives on the flop in the World Series of Poker, and the guy I was up against had pocket jacks, and he hit a jack on the river, and I was down the road, so Anyway, like I say, this is the most expensive entry fee I've paid at $4.40, and I'm going to make darn sure that I cash. What happens after the bubble, it will be a different story. But I'm going to play really tight till the next 8 players go out. I always say that, but then I'll get ace king or something, and I just everybody. A lot of people talk about the bad beats they have here at America's Cardroom, and I've had my share, but I've also lucked out a bunch of times. And so, I mean, I have to believe it's fair. And, it's just the luck of the draw, the cards. I mean, this is gambling. I've seen pocket aces lose so many times. I've lost with pocket aces, and I beat pocket aces uh, with uh, with cards that you have a very slim chance of beating aces with. But yeah, I was making it's 118 degrees today. It's cooled off a little bit now. It's probably 115. I'm in the Mojave Valley, Arizona, and I was recording a tournament this afternoon, and my power went out, so I had to interrupt the video of the tournament, and I think I'm just going to trash it. I'll put this one up because this is a milestone for me. Like I say, I have over 100 million in my Poker Stars bank account, but that's play money. And what I want to do here at America's Cardroom is do the same thing with real money. I'm sitting here talking and I'm not really paying attention, and I have notes on all these players except one. I was making a lot of notes with this tournament today, and now I've got an ace three. I'd love to call, but I'm going to fold. Um, there's still 105 players. There's still 8 players need to go out, and this guy's got enough. I mean, a lot of these people have enough chips to knock me out. So my ace three of spades, I'd have a pair of threes with a backdoor flush draw. I'd still be. Well, now I'd have, well, yeah, woulda, coulda, and shoulda. Well, my threes wouldn't look very good at this point, so I see we're down to 103 players. So we're moving right along here. And so I'm just going to keep folding. I've got 156,000 chips. It's 22 big blinds, so I'm in good shape. Um, yeah, I just got an email. I had to check that. So anyway, while I while I'm patiently waiting for the bubble to pop. Um, I've got 50 some videos up here. Some of them are, aren't. I'm kind of sorry that I posted some of them, but most of them I think are pretty good, and um, at least they give you my perspective on playing mostly tournament poker. A lot of them were at Poker Stars, but I'm much more impressed with America's Cardroom because I, as an Arizona resident, I wasn't aware that I could play for real money here, and even if you even if you don't play for real money here, they have free rolls. They have probably a dozen free rolls every day where they give away $50, and the tournaments are no limit hold'em, pot limit Omaha, high low pot limit Omaha, and I love those games. Uh, I didn't play those at Poker Stars. I mainly played, no limit hold'em, and I played in, you know, so-called cash games as well, but mostly tournaments. And I'm still trying to figure out a lot of things about America's Cardroom here. And from what I understand, they're going to have a new update tomorrow morning. And I'm still trying to get used to. Oh, gosh, look at this guy. Uh, I'm still trying to get used to the last update. Uh, it was a very elaborate revision of the software, and I wasn't comfortable with the original software. So I really don't know what's gonna, what to expect tomorrow. But the bottom line is, once you get to the table, whether you're playing in a cash game or a tournament, um, you know, the, you don't really need to know uh, all those other things. Um, they got a zillion different kinds of tournaments here. They have private tournaments and uh, free rolls, and then everything from satellites and everything up to um, stakes that I would have to win a major tournament in order to even think about playing. But once I increase my bankroll, that's what I'll do, and that's what I did at Poker Stars. I started playing at more expensive tournaments, and anyway, so the bubble is passed. I'm in 50th of 99th place. I'm not going to make any substantial changes, um, but because I am really a cautious player. Some might say I'm too tight. Um, there's an awful, there's a lot of times when I fold cards that I, have, you know, had second thoughts about, and I see the flop, and I, would have flopped a whopper, but anyway, that's just me, and everybody has their own style. But I made my goal here. My number one goal is to make it past the bubble in cash, and now the next goal for me is to get in the top eight and make the final table. I don't know how much longer I'm going to be recording this. There's 96 players left, and it could be a couple hours, and it takes forever to upload a video that's an hour. And actually, I've only uploaded a couple that were anywhere near that long. Most of them are short. And anyway, and if you go back to the early videos that I did here, um, I explain a lot of things. So if you're new to hold'em poker, watch some of my earlier videos because I cover a lot of things that beginners and would benefit from. Um, Nobody likes to say they're a beginner, but we all have to start somewhere. Now, I'm starting to look at the blind clock here. I never play slow. Um, as a matter of fact, I detest people that play slow to increase the odds of them making them a cash or increase, advancing to the next level. Um, and I just don't do it. Just don't do that. And fortunately, I haven't really seen anybody do that here at America's Cardroom. I might hesitate a little bit if I know that the blind is clock isn't going to change. But right now, there's 3 minutes before the next blind, and I've got to have this. I got to have two more hands after this. So right now, I'm just kind of hoping that everybody, goes moves fast. And all right, well here we go. I've got an ace king. Um, let's see, there's 8,000. I'm gonna bet 3/4 of the pot. Yeah, ace king suited 3/4 of the pot. That's a pretty substantial raise. I have a one caller right away, and my note on him is he. Oh boy. Well, here we go. I'm going all in. Top pair with a king kicker. I don't know what these guys are calling, but we'll find out here. Okay, well, a Jack 10, he would need a king, and he didn't get it, so I double up. Alrighty, that was a really good hand for me. I moved up into 17th place. Um, that was a real nice jump for me. Uh, anyway, I guess I sized that bet just right. If I had gone all in, nobody might have called. And anyway, this video is 24 minutes at this point, and I'm going to cut it off. Um, if I make it to the final table, I'll start a new one. But anyway, this is going to be my biggest cash so far. I believe it'll be my biggest cash so far at America's Cardroom, and I'll make a note, um, yeah, a comment underneath this video, um, and let you know how I finished and what it paid off. But meanwhile, like this video and subscribe. Uh, Use my affiliate link down there to download America's Cardroom software. Uh, like I say, you can play for in free rolls and work your way up, and I get some kind of a dividend if you download your software from my link. So anyway, thanks for tuning in, and I hope to be back with the final table. Thanks for watching.